A wealthy woman mocked a humble housekeeping staff member at her father's grand party, laughing at his simple clothes. She said sarcastically, "Play the guitar, and I'll marry you," expecting him to walk away in shame. What he did next silenced the entire ballroom and changed her heart forever. The Wellington Estate ballroom glittered with crystal chandeliers and champagne glasses as 200 of the city's wealthiest elite gathered for billionaire Charles Wellington's annual charity gala. Among the guests was his daughter Victoria, 28 years old and beautiful in an emerald green gown, her confidence born from never experiencing rejection or consequence. Working the event were dozens of staff members, including Daniel Martinez, 26 years old, wearing the simple black uniform of housekeeping, moving efficiently through his duties while remaining invisible to the wealthy guests who barely noticed his existence. Victoria stood near the grand piano with her equally privileged friends, their conversation shallow and punctuated with condescending laughter. When one friend noticed Daniel clearing glasses nearby and joked that Victoria should date down for once, the group erupted in cruel laughter. Victoria, emboldened by champagne and audience, called out to Daniel, who was trying to leave quickly. "Excuse me, housekeeping. Come here for a moment." Daniel stopped, his professionalism requiring response, despite instincts screaming danger. He approached with polite deference, expression carefully neutral. Victoria looked him up and down with theatrical disdain. "My friends think you're handsome. Tell me, what do you do when you're not cleaning up after your betters? Do you have any talents? Or is carrying trash your peak achievement?" Daniel felt humiliation burning but kept his voice steady. "I do my job well, ma'am." "That's talent enough." Victoria gestured toward the grand piano and her father's vintage guitar collection displayed nearby. "Those instruments are worth more than you'll earn in 5 years. I bet you've never even touched a real guitar, have you?" Victoria delivered her mocking proposition with exaggerated drama. "Here's an offer, housekeeping boy. Play my father's guitar, really play it, and I'll marry you. I'll make you a Wellington." The group erupted in laughter, expecting him to walk away humiliated. But something shifted in Daniel's expression. He looked Victoria directly in the eyes, voice quiet but firm. "If I play the guitar, really play it, you'll marry me? That's your promise in front of all these witnesses?" Victoria laughed harder. "Absolutely. Play beautifully, and I'm yours. But when you can't, you'll know exactly where you belong." Daniel walked toward the guitar display and selected a 1965 Martin D28, worth $200,000, lifting it with reverence, suggesting familiarity rather than intimidation. The room's attention shifted as guests noticed this unexpected drama. Victoria's father looked concerned and started moving toward the scene, worried about his valuable instrument. Daniel sat on the piano bench, adjusted the guitar with comfort, of someone who'd held instruments thousands of times and tuned it with precision that caught musicians' attention. Then he began to play, and the entire ballroom fell into stunned silence. His fingers moved with extraordinary skill, producing Asturias by Isaac Albeniz, one of the most technically demanding classical guitar compositions. The music was breathtaking, each note crystal clear, complex finger-picking patterns executed with virtuoso precision, emotional depth suggesting years of serious training and natural talent transcending technical ability. Victoria's mocking smile disappeared, replaced by shock as this man she'd dismissed as nothing played with skill exceeding anything she'd witnessed at sophisticated gatherings. When Daniel finished after 4 minutes, allowing final notes to ring, in silent ballroom, there was collective held breath before thunderous applause erupted. Guests shouted bravo as if at Carnegie Hall. Daniel carefully returned the guitar, then walked back to Victoria, who looked genuinely shaken. "You promised to marry me if I could really play. I've fulfilled your condition. Shall we discuss wedding, plans, or admit your mockery was cruel and assumptions were wrong?" Before Victoria could respond, Charles Wellington arrived. "Young man, that was extraordinary. Where did you learn to play like that?" Daniel's response was honest. I studied classical guitar at Berklee College of Music for 4 years, graduated with honors. My father got sick, medical bills, and family. Responsibilities forced me into housekeeping work while I practice and audition. Playing guitar is who I am. This job is just temporary survival. The ballroom buzzed as guests processed this, perceptions shifting about talent hidden by circumstance and assumptions. Charles looked at his daughter with rare public disappointment. "Victoria, I'm ashamed. This young man has more talent than most people here will achieve in entire lives, and you mocked him based on his uniform. Apologize. Now." Victoria found her voice, small and genuinely remorseful. "I'm sorry. I was cruel and wrong. I made assumptions based on your job, said terrible things because I thought you couldn't hurt me back or prove me wrong. Your playing was beautiful beyond anything I expected." Daniel accepted with slight nod. Apology accepted. "Now I need to return to work." Charles stopped him gently. "Actually, your housekeeping shift is over. Come Monday to my office. I chair the City Arts Foundation board. We need talented musicians for performance programs and teaching initiatives. Someone with your skill should be performing and mentoring, not cleaning bathrooms because circumstances forced survival mode." Daniel's eyes widened. "Are you serious?" Charles nodded firmly. "Absolutely. Talent like yours shouldn't be wasted. Consider this your career turning point." Victoria approached Daniel later with genuine humility. "I want to properly apologize without force or audience. What I did revealed ugly things about how I view people. Your playing was transcendent, but more importantly, you showed incredible dignity under undeserved mockery. You taught me an important lesson tonight." Daniel studied her genuine contrition. "I hope you remember this feeling next time you're tempted to judge someone based on current circumstances rather than inherent worth. We're all just people trying to survive and pursue dreams with whatever resources available." Monday morning, Daniel met Charles Wellington, a conversation leading to position with City Arts Foundation as performance instructor and featured artist, salary finally allowing full-time music pursuit while teaching talented young musicians who couldn't afford expensive instruction. Victoria began volunteering with foundation outreach programs, learning students' stories, understanding barriers talented young people faced without family wealth. Her transformation, while genuine, didn't create friendship with Daniel, but her work became serious rather than performative. Daniel's career flourished, performances gaining recognition in classical guitar circles, teaching inspiring students who saw proof that talent and determination could overcome circumstances. Years later, Daniel performed at Carnegie Hall's sold-out concert, and in the audience sat Charles Wellington with Victoria, witnessing triumph of a man they'd first met carrying trash at a party. After the performance backstage, Charles beamed with pride. Victoria offered congratulations with humility showing genuine growth. Daniel sometimes told young musicians facing financial hardships the story of the party where a wealthy woman mocked him and challenged him to play guitar, how her cruelty accidentally gave him platform to reveal talent to someone with power to change circumstances. He emphasized that dignity under disrespect matters more than revenge, that talent combined with humility creates opportunities arrogance never will, and that sometimes people who hurt us accidentally become catalysts for greatest transformations. If we're brave enough to show them who we really are, beneath circumstances they judge us for. Video description: a wealthy millionaire's daughter mocked a humble housekeeping staff member at her father's grand party, sarcastically saying, "Play the guitar and I'll marry you." She expected him to walk away in shame, but his breathtaking performance silenced the entire ballroom and changed her heart forever. This powerful story of courage, hidden talent, and the danger of judging people by their circumstances will leave you inspired and remind you never to underestimate anyone.